What is up, friends and strangers? I have decided to do a fun thing where I go through one of Chris Barnett's many news outlets and just debunk what in the world is going on if I know something about it. So here we go. So this is Real Live News. I think this is the one that probably has the most followers of all of his things. So we got some pictures. Yours truly right here. Okay, so Ink and Consequences is the name of this hit piece. Now, keep in mind that Chris Barnett is constantly saying, like, we just need unity and peace. That's what I'm all about, is unity and peace. Let me stab this reporter real quick. Unity and peace. Okay, so, I mean, read this if you want. I reached out to John Oliver, and the case that West has against him is still ongoing. So this article says that he was ordered to pay $500,000 in damages. I couldn't find any corroborating information about that online. And then I asked John Oliver himself, and he said it's still ongoing. So funny. People being fired, that's whatever. All of the T-Rex race thing, that's always fun. Like, that's legit. That's newsworthy. But this is the one I was excited about. So this is the one with the picture of me. Okay, it says the recall campaign in Josephine County has become less about accountability and more about raw hostility. At the heart of the chaos are two activist outfits. Rogue and Divisible, chaired by the devil, Matt Spurlock. Thank you. And Citizens for Responsible Government, CRG, who have turned recall petitions and grants passed into rallying points for division and hate. I don't know if you guys remember the dramatic reading of a real breakup letter, but that's what I'm going for right now. Okay, so starting out already. So Rogue and Divisible has literally zero to do with the recall effort. How do I know? I do run Rogue and Divisible. I do not run the recall. I do not sponsor the recall. I have not given $1 to the recall. Neither has Rogue and Divisible, because Rogue and Divisible barely has $1. Same can be said about me. Yeah, so I do set up tables and chairs and take them down like 2 to 3 days a week at the post office. So I do commit a good hour of my time per week, give or take, to the effort. It's mostly because I have a truck, and yep, that's why. And then Citizens for Responsible Government. So just like with Rogue and Divisible, there's a few people in the group that do both. Like they are active in Rogue and Divisible or CRG, and then they're active in the recall, but they're not sponsoring it. They're not the evil corporation behind it. Like, that's not a thing. So anyways, Agitators at the Helm is the title of the next section. The CRG Board of Directors, including Rebecca Anderson, Richard Flora, Raleigh Smith, and company, have aligned themselves with this toxic campaign, lending their names and influence to an effort that thrives on agitation. Rather than encouraging respectful civic dialogue, they've fanned the flames, turning what should be an orderly petition drive into a series of public confrontations. So, only problems with this so far. Everything. Rebecca Anderson, Richard Flora, and Raleigh Smith, none of them are on the board of directors for CRG. Not one. 0 for 3. Like, 0 for. I don't even know. Like you're batting 0 so far, staff writer, whoever that is. So yeah, and the BS about turning this into chaos and public confrontations, that hasn't happened either. Sorry. Strange case of Jim Goodwin. At the center of this mess is Jim Goodwin, the sole petitioner and a former county employee who resigned and accepted money from the county. If this recall truly is his cause, why isn't he out front collecting the signatures himself? Instead, he's relying on activist groups like Rogue and Divisible and CRG to carry his water. A move that raises questions about both his credibility and the sincerity of the recall itself. So, Jim Goodwin spends a lot of time at the office. He also is in contact with old people that no longer drive. And he goes to them so they can sign the petition. I don't know. He doesn't sit out at the post office. I guess that's the writer's beef with this. I don't know. Anyways, a recall is supposed to be a citizen-driven process, not a proxy war fought by activist organizations who see it as an opportunity to advance their own agendas. Okay. So everybody that's involved in the recall are citizens of Josephine County. I know the few times I've been out collecting signatures, I haven't been like bragging about Rogue and Divisible or anything like that. So I don't know. Hate at the recall stations. Anyone who has walked past the recall stands in Grants Pass has seen the reality. Harassment, insults, and intimidation hurled at anyone who doesn't sign. This is not grassroots democracy in action. This is politics by anger orchestrated by groups that see division as their most powerful weapon. No, that doesn't happen. A community hijacked. Josephine County citizens deserve better than activist-led recalls fueled by resentment and opportunism. When one man's grievance, Jim Goodwin's, becomes the rallying cry for outside agitators, the integrity of the process collapses. Rogue and Divisible and CRG are exploiting local politics, and the result is a community hijacked by hate and distraction. I don't understand how we're outside agitators. We aren't outside of the community, and we aren't agitating. We're like one of those new washers that doesn't have the agitator in the middle. I guess. I don't know. The question the community must now ask is simple. Are recalls about genuine accountability, or have they become the latest weapon in a never-ending campaign of disruption? Say no to hate. Thank you very much.